At the United Nations headquarters, the U.S. has urged Iran to cease its significant arms shipments to the Houthi insurgents in Yemen, which are facilitating their hazardous maritime assaults in the Red Sea and beyond. Robert Wood, the U.S. Deputy Ambassador, addressed the UN Security Council, emphasizing the need for a united stance against Iran's destabilizing influence and its covert support for the Houthis. In light of the ongoing civil conflict in Yemen, Wood highlighted the substantial proof of Iran's provision of sophisticated armaments, such as ballistic and cruise missiles, to the Houthi forces, contravening UN-imposed sanctions. The Houthi faction claims their maritime offensives in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden aim to compel Israel to halt its conflict with Hamas in Gaza, which has resulted in substantial Palestinian casualties. The conflict erupted following an assault by Hamas-aligned militants on Israel. According to the U.S. Maritime Administration, the Houthis have initiated over 50 maritime assaults, commandeered a ship, and sunk another since the previous November. The frequency of Houthi assaults has lessened recently due to the intensified U.S.-led aerial bombardment campaign in Yemen, leading to a decrease in maritime traffic through the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. In response to the India-Iran agreement on Chabahar port, the U.S. has issued a caution regarding potential sanctions. Hans Grunberg, the UNI Special Envoy for Yemen, alerted the Security Council that despite a decrease in assaults on sea vessels and a reduction in U.S. and British airstrikes in Yemen, hostilities persist. The Russian ambassador to the UNI, Vasily Nebenzia, expressed concern over the escalation of regional tensions following Israel's military operation in Gaza's Rafah, impacting the maritime situation around Yemen. Nebenzia called for an immediate end to the bombardment of commercial ships and actions disrupting maritime navigation, criticizing the aggressive actions of the U.S. and its allies in Yemen as a violation of the UN Charter. The conflict in Yemen involving the Houthis and the government-backed coalition has been ongoing since 2014, leading to significant casualties and displacement. Despite a notable reduction in conflict since a truce in April 2022, Yemen continues to experience active conflict zones. Grunberg recalled the December agreement between the Houthis and the government, aiming for a peaceful resolution through a nationwide ceasefire, humanitarian assistance, and a political process to conclude the strife. The UN's humanitarian chief, Martin Griffiths, reported concerning levels of food scarcity in Yemen, expected to intensify, and a severe cholera outbreak with a substantial increase in cases and fatalities, predominantly in Houthi-held regions.